Welcome back to the Goku Report. This is going to be a special top 10 list where I'm just looking at basically 10 of my personal favorite YouTubers of the 2010s. And I will mention specifically a time period where I was really first introduced to the channel. In total, there's only one tie on the list, but get to that. And I'll mention specifically like what type of videos and stuff they make. Expect this to be predominantly video game and movie related type YouTubers, though there will be a few different ones here and there. Speaking of, first, coming at number 10 was a channel I was introduced to first probably around 2016, though it would be more the late 2010s that I would really heavily get into the videos from the channel. Now, specifically, this channel does two types of videos. The first, go into like cheap motels, hotels, and places, and doing a thorough check of like rooms and stuff, and they mention like what state, the name of the hotel, what, and everything. Basically, they go in, they do tests and stuff. They look for like things like rodents, roaches, stuff like that, bed bugs, and they do it partially a test and to show the results and things, just to warn people to stay away from these hotels. Now, those specific video series that this channel and YouTubers better well known for is specifically the Dead Mall series, which he was really the first, I think, YouTuber to really make specifically the Dead Mall videos and stuff big, and thus there would be multiple copycats that would copy, and some would actually try to add their own little flair and style to it. But there's only one true, I would say, I consider, at least to my knowledge, original. Coming at number 10 for me of favorite YouTubers of the 2010s is Dan Bell. Best well known, like I said, for the Dead Mall series, and he even covered in the series a couple of malls that I have personally been to. Specifically, back years ago, I lived a little while, fun fact, in actually just outside of Virginia Beach, and I went a lot to a couple specific malls, and one of them he actually covered. So if you're curious to see what the mall looks like, check out his video. It's called Military Circle Mall, located in Norfolk, Virginia. Not nearly as nice as the Greenbrier Mall in Chesapeake, Virginia, but still pretty nice. But with that said, coming in at number 9 is a YouTuber that predominantly only does like movie reviews, and specifically he focuses on like reviewing movies and stuff of like B-rated horror films. That's his specific niche. Now, with Dan Bell, I was first introduced to around 2016. Roy got heavily into like 2018-19. Now, this channel I was first introduced to probably around 2000, I would say like 2015, 2016 range. It would be more like 2017 and 18. I would really get pretty big into the channel, enjoying it. But with that said, now he does have a very unusual sense of humor and stuff, but I can appreciate people who go off the beaten path and do their own niche and thing. And the thing is, I've always had an interest in like B-rated horror films and stuff, so I naturally gravitated towards this YouTuber. At number 9 for me, and I think is a somewhat underrated YouTuber I actually recommend, is he goes by the name of Decker Shadow. But like I said, specifically, mostly focuses on horror films and stuff, though from time to time he would do videos with a buddy of his. But next, coming at number 8, specifically focuses on video games. I was first introduced to this channel around 2017. I really got more into enjoying the content and stuff around like 2019 to like 2020, or rather 2020, yeah, 2020. But predominantly video game related. Number 8 is the YouTube channel called Top Hat Gaming Man, which also, besides gaming, he has also done professional wrestling, and he has also been a teacher, fun fact. But Top Hat Gaming Man is somebody I've always enjoyed. I like his unique British humor and stuff. Some might consider cringeworthy, that's fine. But for me, it's more about an acquired sense of humor. And I naturally actually enjoy Top Hat Gaming Man. I think more people need to check out his content. Especially with the fact he's done quite a few videos on fighting game related material. But with that said, coming in next at number 7 is unfortunately a YouTube channel that no longer exists, which sucks. This guy has done well over 30 videos he did with Decker Shadows on many different things, including doing a co-review of the live-action Agent Cutie Honey movie, which is very bizarre, but if you know anything about Cutie Honey, it was a very weird anime series, to say the least. But with that said, and I really enjoyed this YouTuber for specifically his retrospectives. He would review actually every episode. He specifically did some great retrospectives, like his Scooby-Doo retrospectives were great. Also, I loved his Batman the Animated Series retrospectives. I thought was quite enjoyable. Unfortunately, though, today his YouTube channel has been unfortunately deleted about between 1 and 2 years ago, which sucks because I loved his channel. And number 7 for me, though it no longer exists, rest in peace, that long-haired creepy guy was what he went by. Though Decker Shadow would call him as just creepy. And he was best well known also with his henchman being a plushy stuffed Cthulhu doll, or Chibi Cthulhu as they called him. But with that said, I really enjoyed, if you get a chance, check out some of his co-videos he did with Decker Shadows. Really funny, especially the Power Ranger movie dual reviews they did together was pretty funny. Also some of the Godzilla stuff they did together. But with that said, also though, I'm going to put in at number 7 with actually, and the 2010s, arguably my favorite YouTube channel dedicated to music reviews. And like 5 reasons why I hate specific artists, why people hate. Sadly, he hasn't done videos in almost, well over a year now, closing in on 2 years since he's done actual review, because of many health reasons and stuff, because he had a lot of heart issues. But and also at number 7 is the YouTube channel which I discovered probably around 2014, one of the earliest ones of the bunch, and that is Cover Killer Nation, also known as CKN, which I talked to quite a few times in live stream stuff with CKN. Honestly, he's a pretty cool guy from Pennsylvania, neighboring state. But seriously, I recommend checking out some of his reviews. I specifically like the fact he put a lot of time and effort into some of my personal favorite bands, like Iced Earth being one of the big ones, and I appreciate that. Plus, I love the fact one time he took one of my suggestions for a top 5 reasons why specific people hate, and that was, I suggested do one on Rammstein, and he took the suggestion, which I appreciate. But also coming at number 6 is a unique one I discovered probably around 2017, one of the later ones, and I still watch on a daily basis his videos. He specifically focuses on, occasionally he will do taste tests, like on stuff like military and marine meals or freeze-dried food. He loves doing, or he used to do a lot of life hacks and like origami stuff, believe it, back years ago. He also did a lot of experiments and things with like dried ice, as well as liquid nitrogen. And he's done a lot of gadget videos, well over probably 200 gadget videos throughout the years. It's kind of weird the way he calls himself, but coming at number 6 is the YouTube channel known as Crazy Russian Hacker. But seriously, he's done some really cool stuff. Now, fun fact, he's actually not Russian, though he goes by Crazy Russian Hacker. He's actually Ukrainian. Lives in North Carolina. But still, he has some really cool stuff. And if you're wanting to know, by the way, He's done well over probably 30 videos on survival kits and stuff. He is one of the reasons I actually got into looking at survival stuff myself. So thank you, Crazy Russian Hacker. And I do recommend checking out his channel. It's very unique and different from many other YouTube channels out there in the fact he has such a variety of stuff. Also, he's done a lot of videos with his dogs, specifically Luke and Hugo, which are both beautiful Alaskan Huskies. But coming in at number 5 is a channel I first learned about and started watching probably back around 8 years ago. Quite a long time. Specifically, the individual, his name he goes by is John Campia. He first started out, he specifically focuses in on like movie and TV news and stuff like that, film news. He's originally started out as AMC Movie Talk many years ago, which is when I first learned about the show and everything, and was introduced to individuals like Mark Ellis and also Christian Harloff, known as Schmoes, though they're not really as big as they used to be. Also, they would, time to time, have special guests like Jeremy Johns, Chris Stuckman, on stuff, though that was more after they switched to AMC Movie Talk from, switched to Collider Movie Talk. And then after, unfortunately, John Campia left, basically, Ace, eventually across the board, unfortunately, Collider would end up being destroy everything. So John Campia on his original channel would bring back basically Movie Talk his own way, the John Campia Show as it goes by nowadays, which he has some great guests and stuff occasionally on. Specifically, I love the guest Rob, which was good friends with the now passed away John Schnapp, which did a really cool documentary. But anyways, if you want good movie news and stuff, I recommend checking out the John Campia Show. I disagree with him on quite a few things on different stuff, but he is a really good source, and he only usually looks at legitimate news sources for his movie news, not like some of the hacks on YouTube. Coming at number 4 was probably one of the, out of the YouTubers on this list, is arguably the oldest. I first discovered this YouTube channel in 2010. Yes, 12 years ago. Mind blown. Specifically, he did things like show viral videos and stuff, and give his own 2 cents on everything. And that being the series known as Equals 3. And then later he would start a secondary channel, which he started back up just recently with new videos up after years. Your Favorite Martian. And that is coming at number 4, Ray Williams Johnson, which loved, and I still happy. He does his own style. He uploads like shorts he does from TikTok and Instagram and things onto his YouTube channel now, but I still really enjoy it. And the fact, just since he recently started doing it, like his channel has gained almost 2 million new subscribers, now over 12 million subscribers. So congratulations, Ray. And I do recommend checking out his channel. Also check out, if you want a good kick, a laugh and stuff, check out some of his Your Favorite Martian videos. Just recently did new stuff called Orphan's Tears 2 and Orphan Tears 3. Also coming in at number 3, probably the second oldest. I originally discovered this YouTuber probably around 2012 and still watch all the way to today. That being the YouTuber real name Doug Walker, better well known at number 3 as Nostalgia Critic. Yes, I very much disagree with him, especially on things like the live-action Grinch. I disagree with him on, but general I do appreciate, and I separate Doug from a lot of the other controversial stuff at, of course, Channel Awesome. I very much disagree with, but unfortunately Doug doesn't have a lot of say in a lot of the day-to-day stuff. Unfortunately, because he trusted some of the wrong people over the years, but still, nevertheless, I still watch Nostalgia Critic weekly, and I enjoy his stuff, and I always really enjoy, like, specifically his series on commercials. Is one of my personal faves. I also really enjoyed the video he did with also Don Bluth. But he, of course, focused on TV and film. Coming in at number 2 is a YouTuber I discovered probably around 2015 that it wouldn't be until a few years later I would become a hardcore fan. Now in the 2020s, he's my number 1 favorite YouTube channel, but in the 2010s, he is tied at number 2. Between Maximilian Dude, of course for fine game related stuff, and tied with him is another YouTuber that surprisingly does not get as much stuff as once did, though still does superb stuff, which I also learned about early on, probably around 2012, 2013, and that being the series known as Zero Punctuation, which would of course become the reason why the Escapist YouTube channel is still going to this day, and that being of course Yahtzee, tied at number 2. Yahtzee, awesome. Love Zero Punctuation. My favorite, probably video game review series on YouTube, hands down. And I always loved his weird sense of humor. I actually appreciate. Though Yahtzee is an acquired taste, just know that. Coming at number 1 was a series or YouTube channel I learned about probably around 2011. I've always enjoyed it. I still occasionally go back to the channel, watch old reviews and stuff he's done. And I'm is sad that he hasn't done actual video game reviews in probably about 3 or 4 years, several years now, unfortunately. Um, but still remains my favorite gaming YouTube channel of all time, and arguably my favorite YouTube channel of the 2010s. And that be going to Mark, which lives in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Specifically known for doing stuff like he did reviews of action figures. He also reviewed comic books and other stuff, but best well known for his video game reviews of many different consoles, including the Vectrex. There are many game consoles I did not know about until thanks to Mark. And that is the YouTube review series at the time. And of course, he went by the alter ego name Lord Carnage, and that is Classic Game Room, comes in at number 1. So that's it. That is my personal favorite YouTube channel slash YouTubers of the 2010s. Leave a comment below me or below here and tell me what are some of the specific YouTube channels that maybe I mentioned that you really enjoyed in the decade, as well as YouTube channels I didn't mention. What were some of the big ones that helped influence you? As my biggest inspiration for starting doing video game reviews and stuff here on YouTube was Classic Game Room, was the biggest influence on me personally. But with that said, I'll see y'all soon enough. Hopefully enjoyed the retro wave music, and I'll see y'all again, same YouTube time, same YouTube channel.